Nutsack?
Hang on, I gotta refresh my shit. It has not registered if we are live yet.
Nutsack.
And we are live.
Are you ready to nutsack?
Nut!
I think we're back.
Yeah, it's not refreshing on my fucking phone. There it is.
Are we back?
Nutsack.
Yep, we're good.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. The audio drivers crashed, and I called it.
It's
it
the
was
magic
perfect.
of live streaming.
All right,
yes. So the Patriots are not like an offensive powerhouse, and they put up a lot of points against the Ravens. I think that's pretty telling on their defense, and it's telling that the Bills are going to put up a lot of points on the Ravens. Then you saw
The Dolphins.
the Dolphins hold them pretty tight despite running like 50 plays less or something ridiculous like that, you know? And
Are they the ones that beat the Dolphins beat them in the fourth quarter with like 24 points? Or was that the
Ravens?
that was the Ravens.
That was the Ravens. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think the Ravens defense is like trash. And I'm not sure it's going to be all about if you can keep up that shootout and reach 40 points, because that's probably what the Bills are going to reach.
And with the Bills getting the Bills lost last week. Yeah, the Bills lost last week. They got to be coming out just screaming this week.
Yeah, and they just move the ball so much, and they're going to do it again.
23rd on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
I can't believe this
I'm going to
team's
go with the
worse.
Bills because the Bills are setting the bar there. You know they're going to hit over 30 points. They might hit 40. Like, if they don't, I'm going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Certainly if they hold them to less than 20 like the Dolphins did, which I think the Dolphins are just awesome. Sucks that, Tua's getting hurt because I was going to keep betting on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Bills.
Right. Seeing as how the open beta is no longer open, can Kyler Murray survive against the Panthers? Cardinals and
Carolina is a favorite -1, 43.5 point over under.
There's a tough one.
Yeah, this is tough because Baker sucks. So does Kyler Murray.
Anderson ripped up both of these quarterbacks.
I've lost my faith in Baker. I thought he was going to be a lot.
I thought I lost my faith in Baker, but Filthy proved me wrong last week.
Yeah.
He came out swinging. The problem is you're dealing with Baker Mayfield with a sort of a wide receiver core. You have Chenault Jr., and that's basically it.
But you got a decent running game.
You have a decent running game with McCaffrey, who hopefully isn't injured, and their tight end's pretty good. I can't remember his name. But their defense is still the same defense from last year, basically, and it's still spicy. It's not bad, it's just really good. It's above average. Can you remind me on how many points they've given up this year, Micah?
McCaffrey. So how many points?
McCaffrey is in.
Yeah. You can just go to standings, NFL standings, and it'll tell you how many points against. I'm pretty sure they're low 50s.
I think both of these quarterbacks are on the same level.
Yeah, but the Cardinals have the core, the wide receiver core. They just don't have a defense.
They do, and their quarterback is sketchy. I don't care how much he gets paid. I don't care what he's done up to this point. He does not show up.
Points against
consistently.
59. So that puts him about mid-pack.
59 points given up. I think that's first in the league.
No. Jacksonville's first in the league with points.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, the first and second is Jacksonville and Eagles.
Okay.
That's why that gives me nuts.
50.
They're close. I mean,
I'll go with. Yeah, his point.
yeah.
Actually, Broncos.
Yeah, I knew that. They haven't played anybody good though.
Yeah.
Jaguars are at 30.
Yeah, see, the Jaguars have played good shit. And
Yeah.
They're really good. I think I'm gonna have to lock it in with Carolina.
Oh, Buccaneers are at 20.
You going with Carolina?
I'm gonna go with Carolina.
I too am going with Carolina, and I just don't think that Arizona's just not a consistent team,
They're not.
and that starts with the quarterback. And I went with Baker last week, and I'm going to go with him again this week, just because I think they're solid on both sides. Not great, just solid so far, and that wins you half of your games, just being solid. If he can start stepping up and beating some of the better teams, which Arizona's one of the better teams, then I think that puts him at the next level, the next tier, and I think that happens today.
I didn't look up the fucky Kingsbury stats, but I'm sure they're there. I'll try and remember to do that for next time. But I honestly think that that's the decider for me, is just their head coach. Inconsistent ass quarterback. Maybe Kyler Murray would be better if they had different coaching, because I just think the Arizona coaching is garbage. So, Carolina.
Oof, I didn't expect Carolina across the board there.
Yeah, I was really hoping one of you guys would go Cardinals.
Actually, I thought I was going to be the only one going Carolina.
So I think that is additional Bills.
Yeah.
Oof. Broncos going to Vegas against the Raiders. Who have yet to give up a rookie? So
Yeah. Las Vegas is a 2.5 point favorite. 45.5 is the over under.
For the fourth week in a row, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. There's nothing I can say about either of these teams that makes me lean one side or the other. It's just the fact that if the Raiders lose this game, not only is McDaniels done, but the Raiders season is done.
Yeah.
There's just no way. Like, I don't know how those players can sit in that locker room and not be motivated to get a win this match. And they're at home.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with the Raiders.
Yeah, this is always a tough game because it's a divisional game. They always play each other tough. They actually really hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Colorado for a little while, and anytime they played the Raiders, it was just, you talked about it all week there. And I'm sure it hasn't changed much. So this is going to be a big game. But of course, since then you've got a lot of different players, but it's just the matchup. I'm going to have to go against Josh McDaniels here and pick the Raiders. No, the Raiders, that's a tough division anyways. And if they lose this one, I mean, they have got to win this division to make the playoffs, in my opinion, right at this point.
I had these guys almost winning their division.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
they're not even
second or third, but yeah, I think I had them second at the end of the day when we first started this. And man, that plus that over under, I don't think they get to 45 points. I don't think Denver can contribute the points to get to that over under. So I'll take the under on this one. But 2.5 points. Vegas has to win this game, like Ayrton said, and if they don't, man, we're all going to look dumb, I think, because Vegas has to win. I'm picking Vegas.
Man, that's tough. I don't think the home field advantage is enough for the Raiders. I'm still gonna keep betting against Carr. I've never thought he was good. I still don't think he's good. And I think that we're hitting the point in which Russ has had enough time with this team in live games. We've seen he's had some pretty good plays. And I think this is from here on forward, we're just going to see improvement as he starts getting more used to the offense and the players around him. I mean, he's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is going to be a big game for Russ. I think this is kind of one of his, kind of early season must wins where it's like, hey, it's time to prove myself that I am this elite quarterback that everybody says I am. And I'm going to take the Broncos far. So this is going to be a big game for him. Broncos take it.
I don't think it was the wrong decision here. That's tired.
Another.
No.
That's
No.
I was about to say. Full sweep. All right. Brian Hoyer dangle the previous season's Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay is a 9.5 point favorite, which is by far the biggest spread this week. 40 is the over under. Oh man,
Man,
it's in Green Bay.
yeah, it's in Green Bay, which that's always a bonus for Green Bay. If that game, well, the game was in Tampa Bay, but
Yeah.
I just
Is this a snow game? It is at October up there.
it hurts, but I'm gonna have to say Green Bay.
Yeah, it does hurt because I could not see. There was nothing that convinced me that the Patriots are going to show up for this game.
And I don't know, Big Mac was still questionable, but I just don't see him playing.
He wasn't on the injury list this
He
morning.
wasn't.
No, so
He
obviously
may start, but
I know
from
he
what
has game
I've
time all
heard,
week.
he technically can play because
he
he's
is
going
still-
without surgery
he's
for
still
sprain.
listed as the starter.
Yeah.
But
So it was been a game time decision all
Yeah.
week, but to me in this game right here, I don't think it really matters
It doesn't.
who's at the quarterback for the Patriots.
If I was Bill Belichick, I'd
Um,
put Hoyer in.
I'm pretty sure Myers is out for this week.
He is out.
Yeah, and he's their top receiver.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts, but I'm going Green Bay on this one. And if 40 is the over under, which I think is kind of low, I still think both teams put good points on the board. Aaron Rodgers is not gonna suck week in and week out, and I think it's possible for him to carry that over under on the over side by himself. So I'm going Green Bay.
Part of me wants to just dissent for chaos's sake and be like, and it's not because I'm a Patriots fan, it's just because this whole season has been nuts.
Yeah.
And it would be so this season for the Patriots to pull out a victory here that nobody is expecting.
Dude, I partially agree. Like, why
Yeah.
did the NFL not make this a 12 o'clock game?
Yeah.
This is a 3:25 game, and you're gonna tell me that this game might not be weird?
Yeah. Right.
I think it's
Exactly.
gonna be super weird. I just don't know if the Patriots can pull it out.
Yeah.
I think they can cover that spread though. 9.5 points.
I think they covered the spread. I think they're gonna be way more competitive than everybody thinks. You still got Parker in there, and I
Yeah,
think
you got
if
Parker,
they can
Bourne,
get the ball
Aguilar.
to Parker.
If,
I mean,
if they can get to Rodgers, that's going to be their only hope.
and if they can get to Rodgers,
And
just the
Judon
pass-
has to show up. Judon has not shown up this year.
The pass rush was looking really good against Baltimore.
Yeah, but it wasn't coming from the left side. It was coming from the right side. So you got to get both sides working there.
I'm just torn because it feels like if I take the Patriots here, it'll just be like, a bias thing.
I kind of want you to do it. Just for
I kind of want to do it too.
Pull
I'm
the
gonna do it.
trigger.
I'm gonna take the
Oh, he
Patriots.
pulls the trigger.
I'm gonna
Nice.
do it.
I like it, man. 'Cause that's
I think I'm gonna be watching every snap of this game, no matter how big the lead is
you're
at
right.
one point.
Yeah, if I had to pick one weird game besides Indy and Tennessee, I would pick this game as just a weird game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Master Chief go toe to toe once again with the greatest of all time.
Tampa Bay is a 1-point favorite here, which don't know if I agree with that. But they are home. 46 points is the over-under.
Yes, Buccaneers.
Really, just straight up. Kansas City's pass defense has actually been horrific.
Yep.
This year, and if Brady can't get it going against this team, even if they lose the game, he should be able to put up some big passing numbers, at least above average.
Just KC can't cover what they got going.
Yeah, KC's just they almost look like a mess right now. A hot mess. Damn. I got Tampa Bay written down. I'm just gonna go with it. I was trying to convince myself at the last second not to, but yeah.
And is that Arrowhead?
It's in
No,
Tampa Bay.
it's at Tampa Bay.
Oh, is it Tampa Bay?
Mhm.
Then definitely Tampa Bay.
That's another one I didn't expect to go unanimous.
All right. And Pizza continue to surprise us against Jimmy G. Rams at 49ers.
The 49ers are a 1.5 favorite. 42.5 is the over-under.
Everyone has those weeks. I don't want to hear it. Jimmy G 49ers, lock it in.
Yeah, you don't think he's gonna safety himself this week?
No, I don't.
I think right now, San Francisco might be the better team, even though they lost to the Bears in that rain game, all that stuff. This is a matchup of last year's championship game, and San Francisco barely lost that game, and I don't think the Rams are as good as they were last year. And yeah, San Francisco locking it in.
I mean, there's just a little bit of a divide there between Jimmy G and Shanahan. It's even been talked about in the headlines,
Yeah.
you know, as like, so it was semi-open, just kind of some weird relationship going on there. Because Jimmy G is good, but it's like he just doesn't mesh with the team. You know, I really think he should have gone somewhere else this year.
Yeah, if I was the general manager of the San Francisco 49ers, I would be looking for a quarterback right now because I would not have Jimmy G on my team.
Yeah.
I would have given him you when you trade players, you want to trade them when they're good. He came off a really good season. So why isn't he playing for the Texans or, you know, for any other team that really needed somebody right now?
Yeah.
And they got lucky that they have him still.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough because it doesn't seem like they're meshing well. And so I'm going to take Rams just because I don't think they're going to be able to put together that game.
Yeah, another game I didn't think there was a wrong pick there. So
I mean, if I could count on that relationship and that team being in sync, I think I'd take the 49ers, but it just doesn't seem that sure.
All right. So this is the Thursday game.
Oh, shit. All right.
Should we start with Ben? I don't have anything on that.
All right, we're going. It is one horse against another. Colts versus Broncos.
Colts and Broncos. I don't have any stats. It's too early for Vegas stats on this one. So
It's minus 2.5 Broncos.
minus 2.5 Broncos.
Yeah.
Broncos.
Is this in Denver?
This is at Mile.
Man, I really want to see what Russ does this week.
Yeah,
that's the hard part. Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that's the hard part.
Because then we're also doing the Sunday morning game.
Oh,
Who's
shit.
the Colts play
Colts versus
this week?
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Give me 5.
Okay, I'm gonna make this easy. I'm going with the home team, Denver. See what happens. The Colts at 1-1 versus the Broncos at whatever. Denver.
I think all you have to do is get a nice oxygen tank to feed Jonathan Taylor and he'll run the ball the whole game.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to take Colts.
Colts.
Colts and Colts. So, yeah.
I think that God, it's just the Colts are just so confusing, but maybe them beating KC is a sign that they finally figured out their fucking team. If they lose to the Titans, I don't even know anymore.
That's why I'm like fuck. I wish I want to see both these teams this week before I make that big bet.
All right. Will the Giants be feasting on beans on toast versus the Packers?
There's
Lions, Packers?
No, Packers.
Giants.
Giants.
What's- in London.
What was it? The easy. What were those sandwiches? That were
Cheese toasties?
Yeah, cheese toast.
The cheese
Will the
toasties.
Giants eat beans on toast versus the Packers cheese toast?
Who do the Giants play this week?
Giants are against the Bears.
Right now they have them at minus 7.5, but they're not even taking bets for these yet. I mean, you gotta go, man. It's not. It's just too far away.
It is just too far away, but that's why. Fun.
We need like an extra rule on this.
I will allow you change your vote after the games they.
Yeah, we'll do it like midweek.
Is that Thursday
on
and
Wednesday.
Sunday?
So
Is that Thursday and Sunday?
Yeah, we're doing a Sunday right now. Sunday morning,
no,
London.
just the Sunday.
Oh, Yeah, I mean, I got to go with the Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is consistent, so
I'm gonna stay on the Giants train here.
yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. I mean, I still think until they prove me wrong, I think they're playing above their head right now, and I think they're for real. You know, at this point in the season, you know, we're getting into past the first month, and the Giants haven't disappointed me. I thought they were going to be a whole lot better than last week or last year, but what? All right, we got some news.
Minnesota Vikings versus the Saints, 25-25 with 29 seconds in the last fucking quarter.
Yeah.
Is going to OT.
Who has
This
the
could be a
ball?
tie.
Vikings have it 4th and 10 right now at New Orleans 29. So
Wait, that's a field goal.
That's a field goal.
if they can get it,
Yeah.
They will.
Most likely that game is
Okay,
over.
we'll keep you updated. 29 seconds.
I don't think I can bet against the Packers twice.
that's fair.
Very fair.
So I'm gonna have to go with Packers. I think it's a stretch for them even losing one of those games.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it twice.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
So Vikings take the lead 28-25.
With
At
20
the-
seconds
24
left.
seconds.
24 seconds left. They have to kick off. See what
They're
those
gonna
things can do.
onside kick and Hail Mary and get another touchdown.
That's what I would do. Damn you, football strategy 23.
All right, is that it? That's all the predictions.
That's it. All right, guys. So that's it for Dirty Foot Gang versus the Pigskin. We'll see you
Find out
guys
next week if Ayrton continues to be the redheaded stepchild of the picks.
I probably will be. I know we have a lot of unanimous this week, so
Yeah.
I need my outliers to really improve or win to get ahead here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be tough. It is tough.
Yeah, last week
super
was
tough.
really tough matchups, and this week is pretty close to that last
So
last
you
week.
were ahead by 1 point last week, and you only got 5 games right.
Yeah. It's
And Ben managed to
just
get like a
crushed.
shit ton of
correct.
them.
This is tough, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
But
Picking
will he
week-
will he finally go 1 for 4?
One for
yeah,
5 on the
five.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that one going south for me and going over 5.
Yeah,
That was a tough
Thursdays.
decision.
Yeah, that's
That'd be a
yeah.
hell of a stat to
Ben just
keep up
can't do
with.
Thursday games.
I won the predictions, but I went 0-17.
17 on Thursday.
All right, we'll see you guys at 5.
Oh, what? Hold on.
The Vikings got a fucking interception.
What's that?
I think
Did
the
they?
Vikings got a fucking interception.
Oh, that
Oh, that doesn't
ends it.
matter.
Yeah, that ends
It was probably a Hail Mary or something.
it. Thanks, London, for inviting us over.
See you
once
guys at
again.
5.
See you guys at 5.